talk with his feud with DDG. It appears that Jay Cinco has fully given up and waved the white flag. I already know that some will accuse it of being a script and false beef, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. Since I do have my own thoughts on the matter, I'll stop rambling. Let's get started. Socrates. You already know I'm the hood. I will be honest. Jay Cinco's abrupt return gave the impression that it was a ratcon. Thus, at first, it does seem like a script.
Bro, but also, if it was like I wasn't listening to the earpiece, I would still got her. That A. Cinco? Is that Cinco? Come on. What the fuck? Come on, big.
It's crazy. I'm glad to have you back, bro. Real shit. It's been a minute, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad to have you, bro. Real shit. Real shit. God damn. Hell yeah, man.
How strange the energy is in this clip, you folks. Why is he sitting out of frame on the bed in the corner? Was he simply silently watching the stream? I'm not even attempting to be The emotion is so weird that I'm at a loss for words. The screenwriters are attempting to act as though the beef never happened, as if it were a poor writing choice. However, after watching this tape, I don't find it surprising that everyone assumed it was just a phony feud, especially considering how swiftly and haphazardly Jay Cinco's character was brought back. However, something else occurred that caused me to feel differently. DDG's birthday was recently or yesterday, I believe. I'm not entirely certain. In the end, Cinco gave him a gift, which, let's be honest, was the first indication that Cinco was folding origami.
Cinco? W Cinco! W Cinco in the chat, man. Hey, I was wearing them. I trying to take pictures in them. You got to see if I fit them and shit.
Hey, appreciate it, bro.
Does DDG simply not give a damn about these balancy footwear? Or am I mistaken? That smile seems phony as underscore, but perhaps I'm reading too much into it. I am aware that he is wealthy and can have all the balancy he desires. My argument, however, is that Balenci is Balenci, and you're only not underscore with him if you're not doing anything wrong with the person who gave him to you. However, Cinco appeared to be folding, and I assumed that this was not a script because he looked like an origami bird. This is my perspective on it. They claimed that Cinco fits the description of an opportunist. DDG implied that Cinco was eager to show love to DDG's internet operations because that love could get him someplace when he claimed that. Cinco spent $1,500 on Bruce merely to network. In light of that, I'm thinking, well, Jay Cinco feels like he can't go up while he's at odds with DDG at that point. I realized he most likely lacked a spine, but I'll leave it for later because I wanted to show you guys a few more things.
Cinco text me, I text him back.
Okay.
So
I think Cinco should just come to the house.
slow down.
Slow your roll.
Slow your roll, brother.
Slow your roll. Let him finish.
I wish me and Cinco never brought. I wish Cinco never brought this shit to the internet because, you know, if Cinco ain't brought this shit to the internet, T.O. be down. T.O. probably be downstairs, Cinco be in this room, man. It is certain things that was said on the internet that makes me still feel some type of way, but at the end of the day, I don't hold grudges.
The things that were stated seem to hit DDG a bit too close to home. Therefore, I don't consider this as proof that it was a script either. Additionally, Cinco and Reggie's open criticism of DDG's character kind of makes me think of the Reggie feud, and I believe that irritates him. Even if underscore are friendly, it's most likely only to be among their mutual pals. However, Cinco shared this on his story as well. He talked about God, how he can't propagate hate toward DDG, and how he accepts responsibility for his mistakes and how he handled things in this story post. In addition, he laments having those feelings and talks about losing his best buddy during their personal feud. I concur with what he says here, and I believe that humans have the tendency to exaggerate situations and hold grudges that never go away. But DDG was tripping in this situation. Regardless of your opinion of Jay Cinco, I believe he paved the way for the abuse that DDG is causing people to endure, as well as his behavior in general.
In order for me to even see Cinco or like shake hands, whatever, I have to beat him. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Rap battle.
Basketball.
Rap battle.
I don't want to rap battle.
No.
Nah.
So what do you want to do?
It's too much younger.
So what do you want to do?
I want to shoot that nigga.
Okay.
I want to shoot that nigga. Hey, we paintball 1v1, I'm headshotting you, Cinco. 1v1 paintball, nigga. Headshot you, nigga. And I get an automatic, you get a single shot.
Oh, my cousin got it.
DDG is stating that in order to end their feud, he must defeat someone. Furthermore, now that I think about it, DDG tries to terminate arguments with euphemistic final remarks or things that elevate him above you, so I could really go deeper. Why must a beef conclude in a one-on-one match or competition? Can't we just end it like two cool-headed individuals? Amicably and neutrally? However, see how he treated Reggie in the same way. It's not very deep, to put it literally. However, he must defeat you.
Bro. W prayer. And bruh, it's not that deep. At least for me. I just gotta beat the nigga in something. We can thumb wrestle, bruh. I've been saying this from the jump. Like, nigga, we can literally play Uno, bro. As long as I beat you, we're good. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Literally. Like, bruh, I don't give a nigga, we can do, who can do the most push-ups? Whatever the bruh, I don't give a fuck. Like, I think this is just getting blown away. This is drug out. This shit like 3 months old now, nigga. Like, my life is completely different from then and now. I don't give a fuck.
We can all agree that these feuds are not very deep, but why do you feel the urge to win? Furthermore, DDG is absolutely free to claim that he is trolling. He isn't being sincere. He even engaged in a rap war with Reggie, but he was never victorious. Perhaps then, he was merely kidding. However, why does DDG emphasize being superior to the person with whom he is at odds? Why does he continually say that when he gets into a fight with someone, it won't work out?
Cinco, after this, stop talking about me. Stop talking about me. And that's coming as, that's not a threat, none of that. I'm just telling you from experience, niggas that continue to go with me and keep going back and forth with me, they never win. Leave this alone. Do your content, nigga. Do what you do.
The energy he's putting behind his words and the way he's speaking don't seem very real to me, though I suppose it may just be a script. Not at all. He undoubtedly has some issues. And rather than standing on his own 2 feet, Cinco folded. But unless someone really wants me to cook, I'm not here to perform a whole character analysis of DDG. Let's return to Jay Cinco for a moment. Networker, Mr. Since DDG called him what he was. I don't believe it's a script. I interpreted his words as opportunistic, but he stated networker.
Call extreme, bro. And I type in Jay Cinco on their gifted list, you won't see nothing close to 300. This nigga sent Bruce $1,500 and he ain't even notice him. The nigga sent Bruce $1,500. I get if you would have did a 20 ball, I get if you would have did a 10, but nigga, you ain't give none of your homies 300. But you gifting a random nigga because you want to network. Every nigga I beef with, now you want to be homies with him and network? Every nigga? Y'all don't see how this nigga fake? Nigga been had a issue with me. Mind you, everybody in my group chat, nigga, everybody was like, cause they know how I get, bro. Everybody know that, nigga, why are y'all antagonizing me? Nigga,
as I already stated, BDG was making reference to this during his feud with Bruce. But BDG has a point. Regardless of my opinion on the folly of that beef, there ought to have been some allegiance if Cinco and Do Garbage were buddies. There ought to have been some devotion, even if it was foolish. What I'm trying to say is that he prioritized his own networking opportunities over the mutual respect of their friendship, which has been very helpful for Cinco. I'm not claiming that this is precisely what's happening, but I feel as though Cinco had a vision of having to repair the link after losing access to many things through DDG. I also think that this is the most illogical thing to include in a beef script. The suggestion is that either DDG has improv skills or Jay Cinco gave Bruce LaLa 1,500 in advance of a future fictitious quarrel. For heaven's sake, does that even make sense? It's almost as if DDG and beefing are related.
DDG, you be in a lot of beats, nigga. Like, you be in a lot of
fight all the time. Is it all a performance? Or is that simply who he is, and it coincides with the frequency of debate on social media? However, I do not believe that this conflict is phony. Cinco simply didn't want to take the chance of losing the DDG link, it seems. It doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong, both you and I receive content. It's mutually beneficial. That's pretty much all I had to say. For more uninvited opinions, subscribe. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye.